because Joy Reid's husband won't tell her to stay off the air and stop running her lips about Donald Trump all day, every day, I'm going to tell her. The liberal black women of America are destroying the country. They literally are. Okay? They got like these white liberals under their thumb. And they don't care anything about you. Okay? These people are all grouped together. All the liberals are grouped together and they hate each other. And they want to bring conservatives into the hate. They just want to hate us too. You know, we ain't done nothing to none of y'all. But this woman, she has to get on TV every day, faithfully. The first words that come out of her mouth and the first hairstyle you see is Donald Trump. It's ridiculous. The very first thing that comes out of this woman's mouth all the time is like Donald Trump. That's it. Okay? She cannot keep this man out of her head for one episode. It's remarkable. So I'm going to just go ahead and react to the enemy. I mean, Joy Reid, while she's rambling off about Trump, as always.
Donald Trump is not coping well with being treated like any other defendant. He went on another posting spree on his social media grift this morning, screaming about how his trial is an assault on America. Well, naturally, since he's freaking out, his allies in the cult of Trump are falling all over themselves to save him. His campaign spokesperson, Caroline Leavitt, called it banana republic tactics that Trump must show up in court as New York state law requires. Wannabe Vice President Elise Stefanik called it a 6 to 8 week show trial and a total election interference. She has a...
That's because that's what it is, okay? There's no other reason why you didn't bring the charges before that you're bringing them now that the election is coming up. All right, you're paid, Joy. Everybody knows that you're paid to go against Trump, to go against America, and you hate white people. All right, that's what the truth is of the matter. You've come out and said how much you don't like white people. All right, basically, you know, we all know what the deal is with you. Okay, you want to look like Trump. You know, your hair is a complete representation of the person you talk about every day.
Their own reasons for bowing to the altar of Trump, but she's not alone. The Daily Beast interviewed 20 Republican lawmakers, and only one had any issue with the prospective Republican nominee possibly being a convicted felon. The one, of course, being Mitt Romney. For his part, another wannabe Trump VP, Florida Congressman Byron Donalds, went on Newsmax with a message for prospective jurors.
My plea is to the people of Manhattan that may sit on this trial. Please do the right thing for this country. Everybody's allowed to have their political viewpoints, but the law is supposed to be blind and no respecter of persons. This is a trash case. There is no crime here. And if there is any potential for a verdict, they should vote not guilty.
In addition to his allies in Congress, right-wing media is...
You know, it's so astonishing. The liberal media, they think that they got Trump right where they want him. You know, every single time, it's like, you know, they keep trying to put this man under the jail. And it's pretty obvious that, you know, he loves the country, that he's done the right things in his life. And these people are just on a constant attack every single day without letting up. And they don't let the American people rest, you know. It looks like that they really don't care about the average person. That's what it looks like from the mainstream media. Joy Reid, she's an uppity black person, you know. She doesn't really understand what's going on right here on the ground with us regular people. So, you know, she doesn't understand it. She really is very unclear about why we would want to vote for a person like Donald Trump. She really doesn't get it. But all she knows is that her paycheck is coming. Okay, the liberal media pays her to be a racist on air every day. Okay, the liberal media has been saying some really crazy things lately, and I take offense to Joy Reid and her remarks about Americans. I take offense to that. You know, as much as I believe in freedom of speech, I'm a free speech absolutist. I truly am. It's just really uncomfortable and unsettling. Some of the things that they have to say, it's like, man, they really take freedom of speech and they use it the wrong way. You know, freedom of speech is meant to defend and used to express yourself, certainly. But man, when you are going against half of your country every single day, and nobody's firing this woman, like who's like putting the money up for this? It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. There must be some criminals there hiding behind this media and paying Joy Reid to come out and attack this man. Okay, using her racial division, she's able to do this every single day without missing a beat. Okay, it's absolutely disgusting to watch, really.
Providing Trump the self-soothing that he needs. Sports commentator turned right-wing political commentator Clay Travis called for Trump supporters in New York City to try to get seated on the jury and then refused to convict. As Congressman Eric Swalwell and many others pointed out, that is openly encouraging jury tampering. But while Donald Trump is suffering through actually being told what to do for the first time in his life ever, he did at least get a little ego stroking today. A prospective juror said he was a big fan of The Apprentice while in middle school. Joining me now is Tony Schwartz, CEO of the Energy Project. He is the man who co-authored The Art of the Deal with Donald Trump. Tony, thank you for being here. How do you think Donald Trump is reacting to this lack of being treated as a special boy? He's having to be treated like a normal person. How do you think he's reacting to that?
In the way that you're observing, I think he's really agitated by it. I think it's such a rare moment for him, as you say, to be held.
Is it just me, or every man that comes on this show is an absolute soy boy? Okay, that's what these people are, man. They don't have real men on their shows. Literally, they don't have real men on their shows. All right, the men that come here are very soft. They do whatever Joy says. They're going to go against whatever she is for. They're going to go against whatever she goes against at her command. And she only has people on her shows who are absolute Trump haters. It's never any like real journalism. It's just all fake. It's just attack constantly. Without remorse, without any sort of compassion at all. Okay, there's no compassion here, bro. Has Joy Reid taken a look at any of the New York newspapers lately? Has she taken a look at the crime rate? Has she looked at any of that? Has she reported on any of that crime? No, probably not. It's just all about Trump. Every chance she gets, almost every day. I mean, every time I look up Joy Reid talking about Donald Trump, and she looks like him with her hair. And I just don't understand, why didn't she take a break? Go on vacation, Joy. Go take a vacation, okay? Go swimming, cool off, man. All right, come back and talk about somebody else. P. Diddy, maybe? I don't know. There's a lot of people in the news that you could be talking about. A lot of rappers that you could be talking about also. I mean, you can make a living doing this stuff. But we know that you don't like white people, especially white evangelical Christians, like you said. They're the biggest problem in our country because of our beliefs. So you want to see, these are the type of people that are very, very tyrannical. All right, they'll take away your rights because they don't like the way you think. They don't like what you stand for. Okay, they hate it. Okay, they mock God every chance they get. And if Trump has a Bible in his hand, these people go on attack mode. Like, who does that, man? Who goes against someone trying to do the right things? I just don't. It just really blows my mind sometimes. Really, these men. Oh my goodness, bro! Like, can they find any real men to come on the show and lay some law down on some of these women? Because they just talk. That's all they do. About the same thing all the time, and we got to come in and check them every single time.
In any way accountable and to be at someone else's mercy, that I think it's incredibly hard for him. And I think, for all his powers of denial and numbing out and ways of avoiding feeling whatever it is he's feeling other than rage, I think he is deeply worried about the worst case scenario here. And the worst.
Guys, don't let these people fool you. Trump is not worried about any worst case scenario, okay? The guy's been to court many times. He's from New York, okay? It's a liberal city, man. They don't like you anyway, okay? People in New York don't like other people. They just don't. There are a lot of patriots, I'd say, in New York. There's some people that are waking up, but for the most part, New York is a pretty brutal place to live. It's a very dark place, okay? This is Gotham City. You got Mayor Kathy Hochul. She can't even go to a police officer's funeral because of how bad of a governor she is. All right, but they don't report on these things. They don't tell you what's really happening out in New York. But, I mean, they've got every detail of Trump's life, I mean, in big files. You know, they never stop reporting on Trump. It's absolutely crazy. It's almost like, man, they never stop because they want to convince weak people, weak-minded people. They can convince you that this man is actually really a criminal, and that's what they do over and over and over and over and over and over. The MK Ultra over and over and over, all day long, and they use that, and they just convince people basically because everyone's listening to the same thing every day, so it must be true, but it's not. Okay, it's just not. You got to know the difference between real journalism, biased opinions, people who are, or just people who are politically motivated to push propaganda on the weak masses. Okay, basically.
Worst case scenario could very easily happen. And of course, that's a conviction. Even more than that would be that he got jail time. I find that hard to imagine, but it certainly could happen. I think that really, Joy, to me, the essence of this is how crazy what's happening is. I mean, we have a guy with dozens of felony charges against him in 4.
And they're going to keep saying that. He's got dozens of felony charges because they did this on purpose, okay? You notice that whenever they talk about Trump and whenever they are trying to, report on him about some crimes, they have to talk about the number of crimes. They tell you how many and oh my goodness. So for the average person who hasn't been following this, who's in and out of their house, going to work every day, coming home tired, got to cook the kids dinner and get ready and get up and go to school and in their government systems, you haven't been paying attention. So all you hear is 34 crimes, 34 felonies, 91 indictments. Oh my goodness, Donald Trump. The average person would believe these things, especially if you live in a liberal city and all your buddies are watching the same darn thing. And they don't come home and do any real research. They don't read different opinions. They don't read different news outlets. So these people they're propaganda artists, and that's all that they are. And they're paid very well, extremely well. I believe Rachel Maddow makes something crazy like $20 million a year to lie. You know, that's what the devil pays her, $20 million a year to tell lies about people. You know, and it's absolutely crazy for the fact that they're not reporting on anything else. I mean, they don't have any big news stories on MSNBC that I see that make any sense. They get all dressed up and they get their hair done and they put their makeup on and come up and talk about Trump. Like that's there every day. They wake up in the morning, Trump, go to sleep, Trump. Like, they're on the toilet, Trump. Everything is Trump, okay? They probably eat a bowl of cereal and see his face in there like it's crazy. So they have no life. I mean, but when you get paid millions and millions and millions of dollars to lie, or basically just say what the media wants you to say, what the big bosses want you to say, then that's what you do. And then you start to believe it yourself because they're paying you so much money. And if you don't report like Joy Reid does, if you don't say these things, and you don't get paid and you get fired. All right. And if you come out and say that you like any of the Republican policies, any of them, okay, you can't say that you like one of them. They'll fire you. Now, is that fair? No, it's not. All right, guys, this is good and evil. That's all this is. So
4 or 5 cases, the evidence, I'm all for putting it before a jury, but the evidence in every one of those cases is so overwhelming. We're talking, listen.
Now, I want to hear him talk about some evidence here because if they have so much evidence, okay, They should have prosecuted and locked Trump up a long time ago, man. All right, they got so much evidence. What about the Letitia James case? They got so much evidence, when they said, Mar-a-Lago was only worth, they're desperate. Mar-a-Lago is only worth $18 million. They said it with a straight face, okay? That's what they brought the charges on him about, because Mar-a-Lago was only worth $18 million. A monkey knows that Mar-a-Lago is worth way more than that, okay? His living room is probably worth $18 million, all right? I mean, just literally, as soon as they found him guilty, CNN came on and said, he could probably sell Mar-a-Lago. He could sell it to pay off the money that he owes, and he can get about $250 million, if I'm not mistaken. $250 million. All of a sudden, Mar-a-Lago is now worth $250 million. But we know that it was worth more than that all along, okay? So they've been caught in lies, all right? They're going to get caught in more lies, because that's what they do. When you lie, you're going to get caught in your lies. You can't make it true. You can't make lies truth, okay? Like, it's going to come out. It may take a little while. It may take some time for us to get justice here, but it's going to come out. And then the mainstream media will act like, it's no big deal years later when we find out what the truth really was. Like the Hunter Biden laptop, remember that? Oh, it was all lies, it was all Russian disinformation. Anybody else hate those words? Russian disinformation, Yeah. No, what was Russian disinformation was the Mueller report. Or it was a Steele dossier. The Steele dossier was Russian disinformation, okay? All right, that was made up by Hillary Clinton and the Clinton campaign, all right? All right, so these people are liars. That's what they do best, okay? So it's going to come to a head. We'll find out we'll find out the truth, and it will set Trump free. That's how it's going to go. So all these lames right here, they're just going to be talking heads. That's all.
We're not talking about whether or not this guy should be convicted. We're talking about whether or not this guy should be running for president. That should not even be a possibility. And it shouldn't be a possibility based simply on character.
Where's the evidence that he was talking about? I mean, I just heard him say something about evidence, but now we're talking about him being a president. See, a distraction is when they have to perpetuate lies. They have to perpetuate a story, and in order to get the viewers to think a certain thing about a candidate right now who's basically hadn't done anything wrong. They're not going to be able to convict him on any crimes. I'm going to tell you that right now. If they do, we all know it's a darn lie. It's an absolute lie. Okay, they're mad that Trump doesn't do business in New York anymore, and they're feeling a burn, and a lot of people are going to be leaving New York. But he has no evidence. These people don't know what they're talking about. They're literally just talking to your feelings. If you're a viewer of this show, they have 6.66 million subscribers. Can't make it up. The mark of the beast. Yeah.
You can't have people like this running for dog catcher, much less to be president of the United States.
Well, do you think?
Yeah, I like to look at his life. I like to look and see what he's been doing, okay? I like to look at his taxes. I like to look where he's been spending his money, okay? All right, because, a lot of these people are accusing Trump of the very things that they're doing, and I'm telling you, man, these people are very dark people, man. They come out against Trump like this. They hate our country. They literally hate the country, so.
I think that there was a juror she got dismissed, but she came out and she said, oh, well, being in the same room with him, it was sort of demystifying. It was, she realized he's just a regular guy. In a sense, do you think that might be the coming down to earth that is needed, that those 12 jurors and those alternates will actually see Trump for what he is, a cheater?
They're not going to give him a fair jury, guys. Like, it's New York City, okay? I can tell you this now. I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, they're not going to give Trump a free jury trial. It's not going to happen. They've set all of this up. Trump's in a fight of his life right now, and he needs our support. But Trump is a very solid individual. I don't think a lot of people know how strong Trump is. God put him here for a reason. Like, he's in this fight for a reason. God doesn't make any mistakes. He's going to bring Trump out of this. I believe it. I really do. This is total election interference, all right? They're going to hang themselves, and they're going to suffer from their own policies. But we're talking about New York. He's not going to get a fair trial. And you know that the more they try to make it seem like it's going to be fair, the less fair it's going to be. Basically, they're already trying to put a gag order on him. Okay, they're trying to put a gag on him so he can't say anything. When the judge's daughter is donated to the Democrat Party, she's been an affiliate. These are Trump haters. All of them are Trump haters, bro. All right, so don't make no mistake. The judges, the jury, the prosecutors, all these people have been selected, handpicked George Soros all day long. Okay, that's how it goes. Like Klaus Schwab said, they penetrate the cabinets.
Who cheated on his wife with multiple women, who did gross things and, lied about it in order to win.
Joy, I wonder what your husband is doing while you're sitting up here blabbing about Trump all day long. I wonder if he's cheating on you. People, they don't understand that you're supposed to be a humble spirit. You're supposed to be humble people. You're not supposed to do these kind of things, man. They're. I don't see Fox. I don't watch a lot of Fox News, but I don't see Fox News. Attacking people's personality, attacking their character. Dragging their names through the mud, not so much as I do at MSNBC. And surely I really don't see Fox, and I never hear them make any racial comments. Joy Reid's got a really nasty mouth and a nasty disposition, she's got a vindictive hatred for Donald Trump and any white evangelical or white Christian person. That's Joy Reid's persona, and it's just very sad. To see that, we think that people would actually have some remorse and compassion at some point, but man, you wake up and here she goes again. It's like, we never let money, get us to the point where we hate people. It's the Bible said this is like murder, man. Like it is, it really is, and I see why, because it just drags people down. It just and it doesn't do anything healthy for you as a person if you're a hateful individual, like every day. And people can see this, that you're wearing his hate so well. And it's like, man, every day this is what you're about, and it's not healthy. It's absolutely unhealthy to be this way. Even as I'm doing these videos, I don't, they make me really upset, and I hate what they're doing, but I absolutely don't hate Joy Reid. I feel really sorry for her. I feel really bad. I really do. And her whole team, Rachel Maddow and all these people who get on and lie about Trump, and we all know they're lying. We all know they're lying. I mean, there's no other way to say it, guys. We've caught them in so many lies, and it's just no other way to put it. But it is what it is, and we have to when they were killing Yeshua on the cross, the one they called Jesus, when they were killing him, remember what he said. All right, remember exactly what he said. He said, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." They don't know what they're doing. They just don't know, man. So, Father, I want to ask you right now, in front of the world, that these people they're going against everything that you stand for. We can surely see it. But who's really praying to you? Who's really asking you for guidance? Who's really doing it? I'm going to do it right now, because I think that Joy Reid really needs she needs some help. She needs your help. She needs your hand on her life. Maybe you could touch her heart, Father, in the name of Yeshua. Touch her heart and ask her to have compassion, as she would want someone to have compassion on her. And I ask you right now to bless her motives, God. Show her that you're in control and you're all powerful, but you wish that we would have compassion on each other, and that these fights and things that are going on are just unnecessary. They really are, and we ought to lift each other up with our words, because the power of death and life are in the tongue, as the Bible says. So I ask you to, I'm lifting up MSNBC to you, and I know this is not a common thing. I haven't seen anybody on YouTube pray for the enemies, but I'm asking you to do it right now, just to open up their eyes and let Joy Reid see the world through your eyes. And I ask these things in the name of Yeshua. Amen. So, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and stop that right there. And we still have to expose everything these people are doing. It drives me insane. But as I said, we're gonna pray for these people really seriously. We don't. as much as I hear bad talk about Joe Biden and the Biden administration, I hate what they're doing. I absolutely hate it with all my heart. But I still pray for Joe Biden. I still pray for him, man. I pray for Trump. I pray for everybody I possibly can. And I don't pray that they keep doing what they're doing. Absolutely not. I pray that God change them. And I pray that God move their hearts, that he can change their hearts, that they will be born again for real. All right. So the more we have fighting with us, the less we have going against us. So, guys, look, this has been Yup, I Said It. Please like, share, and subscribe, and continue to pray, man. Just pray for these people. Do it live on air. What's to stop you from praying? Prayer is very powerful, especially the prayers of righteous people. So I love you guys. Thank you so much, and until next time.